Welcome back to Yoshi Entertainment, everybody. So usually Twitter is the social media app that's on fire, but as of recently, it's been YouTube. And the reason being is because it has been going around, rumor allegedly, that a passport bro has gotten stranded in the Dominican Republic. Now, I don't know if he's actually a passport bro. You know, they labeled him that. That's why I said allegedly. But I don't know for sure if he actually called himself a passport bro. But this young man apparently got stuck in the Dominican Republic. Now, I guess he went over there for a vacation. People are alleging that he went over there to mess with the women. Like I said, from what I understand, he went over there for a vacation. He only took $500. Now, of course, the exchange from US dollars to the Dominican peso is ideal, although to only bring $500, that was the first mistake, but I'll get into that later. Only brought $500. I guess he was trying to do like a vlog where he was going to show how you can only spend $500, in a vacation in the Dominican Republic. And something had happened where allegedly he overslept and missed his flight. And there was a $100 rescheduling fee. He did not have the $100 to pay said rescheduling fee so that he could reschedule his flight. Now, like I said before, the first mistake he made was only bringing $500. I don't know, what happened to the generation of people that actually sat down and planned vacations. But whenever you're taking a vacation, especially to another country, it's the same thing if you're going from, one state to another state within America. But especially if you're going to another country where you don't know the customs there, you don't know the people like that. They know you're from America. And they, some of these people don't be really messing with Americans like that. And, you're going outside of the country. You need to sit down and plan ahead. You need to say, okay, this is how much money we're going to spend on food. We're going to stash a little bit extra, just in case something happens. This is how much money we got to spend, for the flight, round trip, not just there. You got to come back home. And also you got to factor in, how much luggage you're bringing, how much that's going to cost. Because, they love to charge for everything. So they're going to charge you based on, how much your luggage weigh, how much luggage you got. You still need to put some sort of extra money aside. So just in case you get where you're going and they say, well, we got to charge you an extra fee for this. Or like in this case, you mess up somehow and you not get to where you have to go on time. And now you got to pay that $100 rescheduling fee. You got to set money aside for all of this kind of stuff. You got to think ahead and see problems before they get there, or see potential problems before they become one. Then you also got to set money aside for what if something happened when you're over there and you got to go to the hospital. You know what I'm saying? People don't be thinking about this stuff. You also got to think about, okay, I'm bringing clothes, but what if the luggage gets lost? What if something happens to the clothes? You need to have some extra money to not just to shop when you get there, but for clothes, possibly undergarments, if anything comes up missing. You got to have all kinds of contingency plans set in place before you go, especially, like I said, to another country. Because at least if you're in the United States and you're in another state, you're, on vacation. Hey, maybe you can scrape up some dollars and catch an Uber. You can't catch an Uber from outside of the country. You got to factor in all of that. And even some people, if they don't feel like sitting down and thinking about all that, they'll pay somebody else to do it. There are literally people, travel agents, who do this for a living. They'll come up with a whole PowerPoint presentation on this is how much the flight's going to cost. We can put you together a package deal, and you're going to need to have some extra money stashed away for this just in case. You don't leave the country with the bare minimum. And then the second thing he did wrong was Spirit Airlines. He did that to himself. I'm sorry to have to say that way. I've never been on a Spirit airline before in my life, but I have heard horror stories about the stuff that goes down on those airplanes involving that company. Didn't they just make an SNL skit about Spirit Airlines? And people were saying, while it's a skit and it's funny, it ain't no joke. Because everything that they said was the truth. It's a cheaper airline for a reason. Y'all got to know everything that you pay for in life, you get what you pay for. His third mistake, now they claim that he overslept. He said he missed his flight. I saw the video. I didn't hear him say that, but people were saying it was because he overslept. Now, I don't know if that's the truth. It could be, and he just didn't want to say that because he didn't want people to know that he overslept and that was why he missed the flight. But again, When you're in a foreign country, you cannot afford to be absent-minded. You can't afford to be doing stuff like oversleeping and missing your flight. You have a phone for a reason. Set an alarm. Like, there was just too many things that was done wrong or unwisely in this situation. And then he was on, I think it was like Facebook Live or something like that. He was on one of the live streaming platforms telling people, asking people for Cash App money. And people were dragging him for filth. Like I said, I don't know if he was a passport bro. I feel like that was the reason why a lot of women were dragging him. I don't know for sure. And like I said, I saw like a lot of people really going in on him. I mean, really going in, dragging him for filth, like I said. And there have even been some men. There were some men that I think were Cash Apping him some money, trying to help him. But there were even some men that were talking about him for going out there with only $500. Like, even if, like I said, the exchange rate is really good, why would you do that to yourself? And this is not me, like I said, trying to drag him for filth like everybody else. This is me pointing things out that people do that are unintelligent and unwise, and why people end up missing and not being able to get back to the United States from foreign countries. Now, another thing that people were talking about that I guess he didn't really put too much out there, but they dug up the videos from the internet because, there's always people who will do it, that he had went over there, that he had gotten involved with some young lady by the name. Well, I don't know if that's her actual name, because that could be like a fake name that she went under. But some young lady, he was trying to get in contact with this young lady, and I guess she refused to return his calls. And that's another thing that I don't understand why people do. Like, you went to a foreign country, you got involved temporarily with a random person who you did not know for whatever reason. There are women that are assuming, like I said, I'm trying to be nice, unlike these other people on the internet. They were assuming reasons why he went over there to the Dominican Republic and why he got involved with that woman to begin with. But people keep forgetting these are random people that you do not know, who know you are from a foreign country, that could take advantage of you if you're not careful. Like, you don't know these people. You can't trust these people. Why you would get involved with some random person that you don't know, that you just met on a vacation, and then expect them to help you when you're in trouble? That is beyond me. That is mind-boggling. Yeah, there are some nice people. There are some very generous souls out there that will help. But 9 times out of 10, like I said, the world is not a good place. And if somebody knows you're fumbling and you're outside of your country, you don't know what you're doing, you don't know the culture, you ain't been around the block and back, so to speak, you're literally sending out calling cards to people who might want to take advantage of you. And another thing, I might get a YouTube strike for saying this, but I hope not. Why in the world are black people still going to places like the Dominican Republic? All of the black people that have come up missing over there. Like, I don't know if people just feel like they should be entitled to go wherever they want to go because they have a little bit of money. But another thing that we can add on to whenever you're planning a vacation is looking into places that are not hostile towards people that look like you, or places that are actually safe, or places that are not shady. You know what I'm saying? Like, there are certain places, like, I don't know what part of this some black people can't get in their heads, but there are some places we do not need to be at. Places like the Dominican Republic, Colombia, even Brazil. Those people do not like us, and they do not want us in their country. And the evidence is all the people who have come up missing. We can use Shanquilla Robinson as an example. That woman spent thousands of dollars in Cabo. For what? For the Mexican government to not even care about what happened to that woman. They do not care about us. They do not want us in their country. Yeah, they'll accept our US dollars because it feeds into their capitalistic tourism. But they do not care about us or what happens to us. So it would only behoove us to stay out of their country for our own safety. Now, me saying that is not victim blaming or victim shaming. I'm just saying, look at the patterns and draw wise conclusions from them. But anyways, like I said, there were a host of bad decisions that were made that got this young man stuck in the Dominican Republic, which that's, like I said, one of the worst things you can be, is stuck in a foreign country. But anyways, Y'all let me know what y'all think and how y'all feel respectfully down in the comments below. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Y'all be safe and be blessed.